What's up? 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 What is up? How are y'all doing today? It is Friday. Y'all know what that means. That means we about to have us a good old time today. Ooh. I cannot wait. We have so much good stuff to talk about today. First and foremost, let me apologize for my appearance today. Sorry, your boy was a little busy today handling some business. And I just didn't have time to change, but so I apologize for my attire. I know I try to calm it down and so because it's Friday, we got to chill, but it's all good. It's all good. I am so happy that all of y'all are here tuning in for all this wonderful news that we have got to talk about. Hold on. First of all, I have to let's see. I got to say shout outs and thank yous. My man Tyler, brother, thank you so much. My man is giving the $10 cash app. Let me give you a thumbs up for that. And $15 for food for Kobe. Thank you for that, because Kobe does eat a lot. So I totally appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Really appreciate it. There was something I wanted to ask you. While I'm going, I just want to do this real quick. I don't know why. I don't know who. Just something that just kind of fell on the spirit. Real quick. How are y'all doing today? Like, I'm really just asking this for real. Okay. Because I just feel like, sometimes we need to have like a wellness check. You know what I'm saying? So, like, I'm not just saying this just in like, hey, how's it going? No, I mean, for real. How are y'all doing today? Like, did you have a good day today? A bad day? Did you have a rough week? A great week? Just how are you doing today? So I'm just kind of curious about it. I just kind of want to know, because sometimes you never know what people are going through, and you never know what people are dealing with. And sometimes, all you just need to know is just like, yo, like, I just want to express it, So just in the comments, real quick, while y'all, typing and stuff, just let me know, how are you doing? Because I do go back and read all y'all comments after the lives. I can't read them as we go, but I do like to, go in and, hey, I don't know, maybe I'll comment back or something. But I do want to know, how are y'all doing? Because listen, I might not always have a lot of time. But one thing is true, I do care, especially when I see like the E-fam, like certain people that ain't showing up, or I haven't seen y'all comment in a minute. Like, I'll be like, yo, I just hope everything is okay. I know sometimes people be busy and that's cool, but sometimes I just be like, look, how are y'all doing? So anyway, while y'all are doing that, now I'll definitely read those later. So hopefully everybody's doing well. What do I have? There's so much stuff I have to do for y'all. One thing. This is another question I got for y'all. This is another question. Later on, and I'm gonna save this towards the end of this whole chat. We're gonna be talking about Ant-Man 3. So as you know, Ant-Man 3 is already out. It's already out in theaters and everything. I understand everyone has not had a chance to watch it. Howsoever, I don't care about this movie that much to care about spoilers, but I do care about y'all. So I just want to have an idea. Do y'all mind if we talk spoilers at the end? I'm not talking about a full breakdown. It's just some of the news that we're going to talk about with Ant-Man. Well, it's got spoilers in it. And, some of it is too good to just not talk about. So I'm going to put up a spoiler warning when we get there. But if most of y'all don't care about spoilers, we're just going to go there. So, I'll give y'all an alert when it happens, but just letting you know, because this movie, just like I said, I didn't care. I didn't care. Like, this was not one of those movies. I'm like, hey, y'all gotta hurry up and go. No. But I will say one other thing, and this is just a little teaser, and this is something because I've been working on it. And this is one of the reasons why I've been kind of like lacking lately. I am so excited that I got a theory for y'all for Ant-Man. And I am so happy that so far, none of the big YouTubers, y'all know who it is. Y'all know the other channels y'all cheat on me with. Them other ones that be sending y'all clear off. Oh my God, I ain't gonna name no names, but I saw one of them and they was talking about some stuff, and I was like, that's just wrong. No, like that didn't happen in the movie. Why are you sending off all these people saying these things? But I got a theory that the big YouTubers have not talked about. Ooh, everybody missed it. I can't wait. Yes. Oh, I'm gonna put that together. I'm gonna be working on that over the weekend. Oh, it just brings me so much joy to just to get something. I ain't saying it's gonna get 1,000,000 views, but it's probably gonna be right. Oh, come through. Anyway. Let's go through. Y'all know I gotta get some shout outs real quick. Let's see. Oh, hold on. We got a top coming through, Tyler. My man coming through with another Cash App, brother. Thank you so much. My goodness, that is so generous of you. Oh, wait. Yeah. Oh, hold on. For parent teacher conferences fit on fleek. Thank you so much. Is my wife Sheree? Are you on? You okay? All right. See, the wife must be dibbing and dabbing in here. Thank you so much. I know it does look like a parent teacher conference fit though. But thank you for that. I appreciate you. Um, let's do some quick shout outs, see who's here with us tonight. We got Robert in the building. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Come through. Top support in the building with Deborah Rodriguez. Hello, ma'am. Thank you so much for being here. My man Nelson V is here. Always a pleasure. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Screaming Monkey is here as well. What's going on? Oh, so me. Love the name. Thank you so much for being here. Kimmy J is here as well. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much. Ms. Harper. Y'all know what it is. Thank you so much. Are you here with us today? Or are you working? I don't know, whichever one. Either way, I love it. And by the way, shout out to the replay gang. We see you. Thank you so much. No, I ain't gonna say that. Never mind. I was gonna drop something and nope, too early. Corey, what's going on? Good to see you. Thank you so much. My man Jason Rodriguez, another top supporter of the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. Bring back McDonald's snack wraps. Yes, thank you so much. You know what? I used to love them snack wraps, man. Them things was good, man. Almost made me feel like I was being a little bit healthier, but yes, I agree with you on that. Thank you so much for being here. 60 plus reviews is here in the building. Always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. My man John Robinson, what's going on, sir? Hold on, I'm sorry. We got okay, we coming through. All right, hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, we're good. All right. Who else we got? John Robinson, what's going on? My man Didier's in the building. How you doing? Good to see you. Team Tech Boy is here. Always a pleasure. Joy, hello. Thank you for being here. My man Gray, what's going on? How are you? Leandra, how you doing? Thank you so much for being here. My man Reese, what's going on, Reese? Thank you so much for being here too. Sunspot, what's up? We got my main man Derek Gaines in the building. Top supporter, top vet in the building. What's up? Paul, hello. Good to see you. Wilbur, what's going on? How are you? Where's she at? There we go. The homie Rhonda's here. Hello. My main man Terrence is here. What's going on, brother? Thank you so much for being here. Trouble Clef, hello. Good to see you. Callow, what's up? How are you? Akuri, hello. Good to see you. Corey, what's up? I see you. Treese, hello. My man Tane, what's going on? How you doing? Ism Schism, hello. Mob, hello, how are you? Soto, what's going on? My man the real Django's here, always a pleasure. Claus, what's up? Chops, hello, how are you? We got the mod squad in the building with SJ Evans. Hello, ma'am, good to see you. Another back-to-back mod squad with Kristen Pratt. Hello, ma'am. Thank you for holding it down. I appreciate you and all the efforts of the mod squad. T-Ville is here. Hello. Lawrence, how you doing? Anna Babe, hello. Kiki West, always a pleasure. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. J Mart, hello. And shout out to everyone that has made it out tonight. I really appreciate you guys for making the time to come out. Really means a lot. So let's hurry up and get to, let's see, the first comment. We got Dan the Man. Come on, local celebrity in the building. My man E-Man, good brother, please run the T'Challa and Shuri reunite clip again, then campaign me to play T'Challa. I will do my best to fill the shoes of Chadwick, but I will make the role my own. One love. Listen, I would love for you, for anyone to play the role of T'Challa, as long as they just have that portrayal continue. So if you want to do it, brother, go ahead and do it. Do your thing. You know, you might want to, get on Sarah Finn's radar. She's the director of casting. Because Marvel ain't gonna listen to me, but they will, look, let your work speak for itself. You know what I'm saying? Like go holler at the right people, But hey, I wish you the best of luck, man. If you get it, listen, you already know we got your back 100%. Thank you so much for that. Let's see who else we got. Okay, we got Dan back to back. On another note, I've been good, man, trying to get this breakout role, but I also write as well. Dope. Currently writing 5 movies and 2 shows. Brother, do you sleep? I have a pitch meeting next month. So this could be it, Lord willing. Yo, hey, that is awesome. I wish I had the time and energy and discipline to sit down and write anything. Something close to five movies and 2 shows, man. Listen, brother. Hey, I wish you the best. You already know we got your back. But my goodness, man. Hey, I hope something happens and I hope it pops, man. Listen, I want to talk about one of your projects. Okay, when you make it, listen, we gonna be like, nah, man, that was our damn first. Like he was here first. Okay, so brother, I'm with you. I'm with you. Come through. Look at that. Look at that. You got the queen in the chat. I always love it. I tell y'all got to get y'all a partner in life. Okay, just like this. So shout out to Queen, Mrs. E-Man Noisette. Always love to see it. Not only in the chat, but right over there too. With her fine self. She right over there. Yeah, she over there. Anywho, but yes, who else we got here? Kiki West coming through. I bought a ticket for today, but I didn't feel like leaving the house. That's how much I don't care if I don't see Ant-Man 3 right away. I mean, look, it's gonna hit Disney Plus pretty soon. So yeah, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. Like at all. And yes, that was nasty. That was nasty. They heard that. You big nasty. Yeah. Stop drinking pop during the live. Sir Burps a lot. Just picking up all in the mic and everything. Nobody asked for your sound effects. Sheesh. Sneak burp. Oh, okay. You better sneak your way out of here with that nonsense. Anywho, thank you, Kiki. I appreciate you. Yeah, my man Ron Frazier just throwing some support. Ron, thank you, brother, so much, man. I really appreciate the contribution, man. It really matters, man. Thank you so much for that. Let's see, what else do we have here? Okay, let's see. We got to get some of the news. What do we have here? Oh, so all right, y'all thought it was gone. No. Come on now. Listen, we about to have the very first Oscar Academy Award. This is gonna be post slap. It sucks that this is a milestone in all of like the Academy. Don't nobody care about the Academy. And the Oscar's so white and blah blah blah. But right now, it seems like it's only the slap that defines anything and everything when it comes to the Oscars. So now, apparently, we have a new system, a new plan put in place. Okay, let me get this up here for y'all because I thought that this was kind of wild. Wasn't that easy? What is yes, okay. Oh, they done changed some things up on the brother. But yes, we got a new one here, and listen to this. The Academy adds Oscar crisis team after Will Smith's slap. Will be prepared for anything we may not anticipate. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Let's read what they have to say. So, this is what they have to say from the Academy president, Janet Yang. We have a whole crisis team, something we've never had before, and many plans in place. We've run many scenarios, so it is our hope that we will be prepared for anything that we may not anticipate right now, but that we're planning for just in case that happens. Let me just say this. And maybe I lose some subscribers. Maybe some people not gonna follow me no more. And that's okay. I'm not big enough for anybody to cancel. Okay. I get a feeling. I'm sorry. Maybe because it's Black History Month. But I'm like, would y'all really do this with anybody else that didn't look like Will Smith and Chris Rock? Would y'all really? I never heard of an incident happening and y'all develop a whole new team that, by the way, might not ever be used. You don't think that most people, how long has the Academy been around? The Academy been around for like what, almost 100 years, 80 years, whatever it is. Out of all the stuff that y'all have happened at the Academy, now y'all want to have a crisis team? Really? Like, you really think that this is going to be a repeat event? Really? What, like, and here's the thing. Why don't you just have, I don't know, like some security or somebody sitting in the front row? You know how like airplanes have like at least one passenger who's like actually part of like the security and stuff like you could just put somebody in a suit, let them be undercover, and if somebody runs the stage, yo, you got people right there to tackle. But a crisis team? A crisis team? That's an overreaction. I'm sorry. I'm not saying that they shouldn't have had at least some sort of plans, procedures, or what. A team for crisis? Black folks scare you that much? I know I just got to ask the question. It's Black History Month. I'm going to ask the question. Do black folks scare y'all that much? I have never heard, like, I'm just, this is blowing me away. It's blowing me away. I don't even care. It's just, I never would have thought. Here's the most I would have thought they would have done. The most I would have thought they would have done is go in their bylaws and maybe, have more strict discipline or rules. I could see that. That makes sense. Listen, I'm a director of a local film critic group. There are certain things you don't know, but guess what? You adjust. And you know how you adjust? You maybe have a meeting, you send a memo, you change up the laws. You don't create a whole team, a crisis team. Like, get out of here. Anyway, how do y'all feel about the Academy's new slap plan? Do you think it's too much? Do you think it's just right? Is it the right call? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Because to be honest with you, I don't know about this one. But I don't know. Maybe y'all have some different ideas. Let me know in the comments down below. Woo, man. Boy. They are tripping. Let's see. We got my man Reese sent cards to Derek Bozeman's fam. Oh man, thank you so much, Reese. That is so sweet of you, man. That is really nice. Good for you. Thank you so much for that. My man Mo Better, what's going on? The only thing that matters in Ant-Man is he who remains rolling on them things who goes by the name Kang. Boy, you already know Kang Gang in the building. And yes, that is it. That is all that matters. Because, don't nobody care about Ant-Man. I mean, listen, I'm sorry. Kristen's here. Kristen Pratt, you care about Ant-Man. I know. And that's okay. You can have your little Scott Lang. It's okay. But ain't nobody coming to see Ant-Man. Okay, most people coming to see Kang. They want to see Kang do his thing. Okay, I'm just saying. No, I'm just teasing. I'm just teasing. Not really, but I am. Thank you for that, Mo Better. Kristen, there she go. Kristen loves MODOK. You do? Oh, you do? Okay. So we are going to be happy for Kristen that she got MODOK in some way. Okay. Thank you all for your time. Kristen, you can have all the MODOK. Oh, you can have all the MODOK, and listen, it's all yours. Have all of it. Okay, listen, MODOK is like black licorice. You want that? You get the whole bag. Okay, you can have all. Matter of fact, MODOK is like yellow starburst. You want that? You can have every piece of that. Okay, because I don't want that. It's all you, ma'am. Okay, it's all you. But thank you so much for that generous contribution. I really, really appreciate you. Let's see, 60 plus. What you got? I don't care what they put in place. I'm turning it off after Queen Angela and Riri win. Listen, okay, I'm with you on that. I might just tune in and out just for that because you already know Angela Bassett did the thing. Okay, she did the thing. So I'm here for that. And I'm pretty sure Riri's gonna win something too. But honestly, I don't really care for none of it. I don't. I really don't. I know I'm a critic. I know I'm supposed to care about the Academy Awards. I don't. I just don't. Woo, but anyway, thank you so much for that. Appreciate you. Zia, what you got? Thank you so much, Zia. I appreciate you. Keep up the great work. I got my We Was Kangs. Yes, my daughter thinks she's getting it, but I think not done. Why? Why not? Listen, Kang is for the kids. Okay, Kang is for the whole family. It's all good. We all was Kangs and Quangs. Okay, it's for everybody. Get the babies. Go ahead and treat the babies with some Kangs. The Kang, you know what? I'm gonna make another Kang Gang shirt just for the babies so they can have something too. But yes, but thank you so much. I'm glad you got the shirt. Stay tuned for more. I got some more I'm cooking up. I'll post those later. But thank you so much for that. Let's see. Kiamber, I hope I said that right. Just because I finally made it live. Yes. Listen, I cannot tell y'all how much it makes me feel great. It just makes me feel so good when y'all have an opportunity to come in, not for me, but I want y'all to have this whole experience. Talk with the chat, with the E-fam, you know what I'm saying? Just sit back, have a good time. I love it. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And thank you again for that very generous contribution. Totally means a lot. Let's see. Didier, my man, this is the same country that has fights in every hockey game, and no one cares. But one fight in the NBA, and all the rules change. Yeah. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. So, yeah. I remember that. I remember when the whole NBA was shocked. It was just, yeah. Thank you for that. Nelson, let's avenge MODOK's death. How about not? No, we can leave it. no, that's good. Leave it. It's fine, just the way it is. Who else? Dorian, I can't unsee MODOK, Kang Gang. Yeah, MODOK. I've been trying to get that image out my head for so long as well. It's not working, but I don't know. Like if there was ever a time for Ant-Man to really be a palate cleanser, this would have been the time. But instead, they left that MODOK taste in our mouths, and I don't like it. I don't like it at all. But thank you so much. My man, Mr. Bobby Wright. I got 5 on it. Thank you so much, brother. I appreciate you. Really, really do. Thank you. Kiara, listen. You already know. It means the world to me if I can say y'all names right. Because I be feeling so bad if I say someone's name wrong. So I'm glad I got it. Thank you so much. And I'm so glad that you're here tonight. Let's see, Krista. Oh, I done made Krista mad. What you say? Look, I'm not saying the MODOK we got was beautiful because he wasn't. He was ugly, okay? But just let me have this. I like Marvel Obscure. Don't be a listen. I told you can have it. You can have all the Modoc. All the Modoc belongs to you and just you. It's yours. Okay. Don't nobody need to claim that at all. Let's see. My man Dan the man back at it. Hold up, big dog. We're not disrespected by a yellow starburst. Let me read that again. Hold up, big dog. All right, what were you saying? We're not disrespecting my yellow starburst. Now I gotta say, after Kang, what the Kang era? Whoa, the real hype is the reboot after Secret Wars. Anyway, hold on. First of all, let's back up, brother. Who hurt you? Who hurt you in life that made you think yellow starburst equated to something loving? Do you not know the power of the pink starburst? The greatest starburst ever made? Listen, you have me talking about starburst and I ain't even sponsoring this video, okay? I just want you to get some help. You know what? I'm finna go I told y'all about some therapy. Didn't I tell y'all about therapy? Talk to somebody, okay? If this is the way you want to do your wellness check, I'm here for you, okay? I'm here for you. You can't do this to yourself. Don't do it, okay? We care about you, Dan. We care about you. Don't do it with them yellow starbursts now. Whew, man, you see, this is why I check on y'all. This is why I have to check up on y'all. My goodness. Sim, what you got? Late to the live tonight. You ain't never late. You always on time. Come through. Just happy to be here and hang. Sending a little support. Thank you so much. Oh, and my boys are now addicted to the Albanese. If you please. Come through. Man, y'all making a whole free sponsorship. Come through. You know, somebody needs to tell Albanese to come hit your boy up. That's what I am talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Sim, I love it. Your boys are in good hands. I appreciate you and thank you so much for that wonderful, wonderful contribution. Y'all got it going tonight. My man Bo bringing him back. I'm Team Ant-Man too. Why? What did Scott do for you? Kristen and I finally can agree on something. Besides the pink starburst, can you really tell the difference from any of them? What? Can you tell the difference, sir? Yes, absolutely. Can you tell the difference between sugar and crap? I can. Pink starburst, yellow starburst, easy. What are we doing, bro? What are we doing? Listen, I gotta move on. Y'all gonna have me here all night. Don't do this. Let's not do this. Okay. By the way, so here's something I'm gonna try because a lot of people make fun of me because I be having y'all here for 3 hours, and I don't mean to do it. I really don't mean to do it. So I'm gonna try something new with y'all. Okay. Because we're not gonna be here for 3 hours. And replay gang, if I'm on here for 3 hours, shut up now. I'm telling y'all now. Okay. Now, listen. I'm gonna do something where we're just gonna run through the quick little updates. Okay. So I'm gonna make that one little segment when it's like a little bit of news, and we just gonna pow, go through it. So we're gonna go through them, and I'm gonna try and make this a thing. And then, of course, we're gonna take our time with the bigger topics a little later. So we're gonna change up the format just a little bit. I hope this works. And I'm gonna come back. Okay, let me grab these comments and then we're gonna start it. Okay, Loki, thank you, Loki. Here for the good time. Thanks for being here. Thank you, Loki. I appreciate you so much. My man, Dan the man. Man, take my money and keep your pink starburst too. Man, of course I'm gonna keep my pink starburst. Man, take your money. Thank you. Come on, bro. What is happening? You need to go treat yourself on these pink starbursts. What is this? This is madness. Kristen, pink is my least favorite. What's happening? We in Bizarro world. Yellow is my favorite. I guess we need another dance off. Don't maybe come back out here for those sequel. Oh no. We in Bizarro world. I don't understand nothing no more. Nothing makes sense. Everything upside down. Matter of fact, we in the upside down. We in Stranger Things upside down. I don't understand. Okay. All right. Whatever. Thank you. All right. So here we go. We're gonna do some quick some quick updates on what's going on in the TV world, movie world, and then we're going to take our time and dissect some other stuff. I'm trying to keep y'all here no longer than 2 hours. How we doing? 30 minutes. Okay, let's go. So first of all, Succession is ending with season 4 on HBO. Oh no, I don't know if this is the oh no or not, because I don't watch Succession, and I'm not bragging about that. I've heard it's actually really, really good. And I'm at this point, I'm thinking to myself that, like, if it's this good and it's got this much hype, and if it has a solid ending, maybe it actually is worth watching. So I know that I've told y'all this before. When a show actually has an ending, sometimes that's actually a good thing, because you actually do. There's nothing wrong with having closure. There's everything wrong with a great show ending and you have no closure. Now, this was also in the news just randomly, but what was it? Mindhunters? I believe Mindhunters on Netflix. They just canceled it. And it was going, from what I heard, the show was fantastic, but it's too expensive to continue. So you got no more Mindhunters, and apparently it left on a cliffhanger of some sort, and you get nothing. So I like the fact that they're at least ending it with some sort of closure. And actually, this kind of gives me a little bit more motivation to go watch it, because now I know that it's good and I know it's ending. I just need to make sure that fans like the ending, and that'll be motivation for me to watch it. So if you have watched Succession, let me know, how do you feel about the fact that it is coming to an end with season 4? Is it too short? Do you want more? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. All right, let's move on to the next one. Next, we've got The Mandalorian season 4. Jon Favreau has basically said, yo, it's already written so that its story fits perfectly with Ahsoka and more. Oh, I love that. Jon Favreau said, season 4, yeah, I've written it already. We have to know where we're going to tell a fully formed story. We had it mapped out, Dave Filoni and I, and slowly you start to write each episode. I was writing it during post-production. All of it has to feel like a continuation and one full story. I love all of that. Like, first of all, let's not forget, I remember when season 1 of Mandalorian had not even come out yet, and they was like, we working on 2. Like, we about to shoot season 2, and we ain't even dropped season 1 yet. That's how much faith they knew that Mandalorian was going to be a hit. And what happened? It was a hit. Mandalorian, okay, I don't know if y'all heard, but like, Mando pretty much broke his shoulders because he was carrying Disney Plus during the pandemic. Wasn't nobody watching Disney Plus for nothing else except for The Mandalorian. People even canceled their subscriptions because Mandalorian was done. And then they came back for Marvel stuff, but Mandalorian was the business, and it still is. Mandalorian is so great. My man had to take a break from his own show just to go and carry Boba Fett's show, his weight on his show. Like, what? This is it. This is it. So I am so happy that season 4 is at least being written. They didn't say it was being shot, but at least it is not only being written, but now Filoni, Favreau, all the different shows that are happening, everybody's on the same page. What does that tell you? That means that ain't gonna be no confusion, no plot holes. Well, if Mando's over here, how come Ahsoka's over there? I thought that online. No, they're working it out, and I love it. I love it. There's nothing better, especially in TV and in movies, than when the writing makes sense. So this is an awesome sign for me. I'm loving this. I'm loving it. All right, what else we got? House of the Dragon likely is going to return summer of 2024. Oh, come on now. Y'all gonna make us wait like almost a whole nother year for them dragons? Oh, listen. Y'all already know we was following them dragons on here every week. This was definitely one of the best shows of the year. But man, to wait a whole year and a half. Hold on, there was some things I did want to read about it though. Let's see, blah, 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 blah. Likely to come back in summer 2024. So this is what the CEO said. My philosophy is a good script is number one priority. I'm not doing it based on wanting to have one a year, two a year. I want to do it based on the scripts that we're excited about. Remember, to get House of the Dragon following up from Game of Thrones, we developed a lot of shows, shot a pilot, developed a bunch of scripts, and we got House of the Dragon. To do that again is going to take the same amount of effort. You have to develop a lot of things, try things. You never know what's going to work. So we're currently doing that. I'm not opposed to any number of shows. There's probably a natural limit to how many fans want, but I'm open to any as long as we feel really good about the scripts and the prospects for a series. Somebody give this brother a raise. Yes. Yes. What did I just say? Listen, it's not just the fact that, a story got to make sense, but it's got to be good. It's got to be good, right? Yeah, like, why are you greenlighting something just to do it? People will not care if the quality is crap. This is not Field of Dreams where if you write it, they will come and watch. That's not how it works. If you write it and it's good, people will come and watch. That's how that works. So I am so okay. I've told y'all this before. I know I've used my little Subway analogy, and Subway ain't sponsoring your boy, but I will wait for my food if you're going to make it right. If you're going to make it good, you're going to put the right ingredients, you're not going to rush it. I will wait for quality. So if we have to wait a year and a half because y'all just want to make sure it's good, guess what? I got plenty of other things I can watch. I got plenty of other things that are going to be coming in. I'm probably going to forget. Let's be honest. I'm probably going to forget about House of the Dragon until they actually drop the trailer. And I'll be like, oh, I forgot this is coming back. But as long as y'all going to get this right, take your time. Thank you, HBO. This is why, listen, Disney better learn something. Disney and Marvel, y'all better take some notes. Take your time. Don't just be putting stuff out. Listen, I've already told y'all when it comes to the streaming content stuff, at some point, people not going to care how many things you have on your platform. They're going to care about what quality do you have on your platform. And right now, HBO's been putting out some good quality. You see what they doing with Last of Us? Last of Us got people talking every week. Every week, people are talking about Last of Us. Do you hear anybody talking about Stranger Things right now? Is anyone talking about Wednesday right now? No. You know why? Because everybody binged them in a week or two, and that was it. You had that little flashbang of a great show, and that was it. You don't hear nobody talking about those things no more. But you have the weekly release, which I've been telling y'all about. Weekly release keeps things relevant, keeps people on the platform, keeps people talking for a longer period of time, keeps your platform going. Don't nobody listen to me. It's okay. Anyway, I'm glad. Let's go. Wait, and that's fine with me. Come through. Watch this. HBO coming back with another one. Look at this. HBO Max orders an It prequel series called Welcome to Derry from Andy Muschietti. Woo-wee. Hold on. Andy Muschietti will direct multiple episodes of the series, including the first episode. The show's working title is Welcome to Derry. Creative details are scarce, except that the series will be a prequel to New Line's It films, promising to expand the vision of the movies. Ooh, I like this. I like this for a couple reasons, actually, because for one, y'all already are doing a really good job when it comes to the quality of the shows that are coming on HBO Max. So you already got me there. But then I want y'all to peep something. I want y'all to just peep something. First of all, I love the idea of the prequel to It because I think it was in It Chapter 2, they actually showed what a prequel might be about. Because, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I forget if it's what is it? Every 29 years or every 27 years or something like that. Basically, it comes back. And if this series is what I think it is, what they teased in the last chapter, It Chapter 2. Remember when old girl was in that room in that hotel in that apartment with the scary old lady, and she showed a little old newspaper clip, and it showed Pennywise in the actual clip from years ago, and it was basically like why he ended up adopting the image of a clown. Because keep in mind, Pennywise is like some other extra dimensional alien creature demon thing, and because it loves, you know, the fear of children or whatever, the best thing it did was like, oh, kids love clowns, all right, bet I'm gonna turn into a clown to basically capture kids. So I would love to see how this creature came about, how it came here, when it came here for the first time, and when it started terrorizing people in Derry that long ago. So if that's the prequel that they talking about, sign me up. I'm here for it. What else was it? Oh, and then y'all, wait a minute. Now, I was kind of sleep on this. I ain't gonna lie. And you know, as a critic, I need to do better. They said that this was going to be done by Andy Muschietti. Now, I had to go back and do a little work on Andy Muschietti because I kept hearing that name, and I was like, why do they keep talking about this man? Why does man keep getting work? Who is this guy? Let's look at this dude's IMDb real quick. This guy right here, do y'all know what he about to do? Do y'all know what he's doing? First of all, let's look at what he did. He did Historia Break. Don't nobody know what that is. Nobody knows what it is. Mama. He did Mama. I really like Mama. Mama was probably one of those movies, if you have not seen it, it's a good horror movie all the way until the very last 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Everything else in the beginning and middle of Mama is scary as hell. Okay, good. I mean, great jump scares, amazing tension. I loved Mama, except for the end. The end just didn't stick the landing. But the fact that he directed that, I was like, okay, I see the little talent, right? Then he also did the It movies. Now, I liked the first It a lot. The second It, not as much, but I did really like what he did overall, right? I liked it overall. And then look at these other projects he's working on. He's doing the Welcome to Derry, which we talked about. For my anime fans, he's doing the Attack on Titan. Okay, that's a huge thing. No pun intended, but that's a huge, mountain to climb right there. And he's doing the Flash. And as we've heard from people like James Gunn, as we've heard from like test screenings and all this stuff, the Flash supposedly is one of the greatest superhero movies ever. Andy Muschietti is out here eating and producing. He eating and he cooking at the same time. So all I'm gonna say this, I'm just gonna say this man right here, supposedly, he's got a lot of potential. I'm not gonna say everything is executed perfectly, but I will say that it seems like with his current track record, things are going in the right direction. So I'm here for this. I like it. Let me take a quick break and grab these two comments here. Kristen, I forgot to tell you my brilliant idea. Let's get an Atticus as Kang variant, and we can trick the MCU into making a season 2 of Lovecraft Country. I love it. Listen, if they have the guts to do such a crossover, oh my gosh, they will have my like just everything. Like, take my money all day. I would love it. Great idea. Thank you. I don't know how them copyrights gonna work, but hey, whatever. Anything to get Lovecraft back. Bring back what's going on, Bo. I just wanted to share with my E-Man family that some wonderful news. I will be going back to school. Okay. And in fact, I have been accepted into House Gryffindor in Hogwarts Legacy, my man. My man, that is awesome. Listen, I hope you pass all your tests. I hope what do they play over there? Squibbish, whatever. I hope you score some goals or whatever they do over there. You know what I'm saying? Get your potions right. You know, get your spells right. I love it, man. I love it. Congratulations. Appreciate it, man. I've been wanting to play that game too, because all I see is people. The only thing I've seen from that game are people's creative players and how diverse the players can be. And I'm gonna say, like, I wasn't checking for that game, but you know what? I'm close. But congratulations, brother. Thank you so much. Back at it, Dan the man. Let's go. I think we can all agree the DCU and MCU reboots are needed. In both new universes, we can really delve into the genres and the characters. So I will agree and disagree. DCU absolutely needs a reboot. MCU, not so much. The MCU, as I've told y'all before, the MCU has not played their big Joker cards yet. They have not put all their spades on the table yet. Y'all want to reboot and we ain't even get the X-Men yet? You want to reboot and we ain't get Fantastic Four? We ain't get Doctor Doom yet? Nothing? Like, we gotta hold on. Let's wait before we hit the panic button. I know Phase 4 has been lacking, but I'm just saying, let's not act like we didn't have 10 plus years of good to great stuff. Hey, we've had some bumpy rides along the way now, 4 or 2. Okay, we remember you. We had some bumps along the way, but 10 plus years. Listen, we are spoiled, and I'm not talking about you, Dan. I'm talking about all of us as a collective. We are spoiled. We don't even realize how good we have it because we're living in the midst of something historically great. We've never had anything like the MCU ever, and now it's like the moment we have a little bump in the road, it's kind of like, all right, throw it all away, you know. And I'm not comparing the two, so please do not say E-Man's comparing this exactly with the. No, I'm not. I'm just saying when you're in the moment of a historical thing, let's say the civil rights movement, right? Sometimes you're gonna have a bump in the road, and sometimes people gonna be like, man, listen, we ain't got to stand here no more with these water hoses and dogs, man. Let's just go home. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's gonna be some bumps in the road. It's gonna be some problems, but it's like, yo, when you look back at what was accomplished, man, we living in history right now. We live in the thing now. That does not mean we gonna let Marvel just get off the hook. That does not mean we just gonna say like, oh, okay, just give us whatever you want. No, we gonna let you know when you terrible now. We gonna let you know. I'm just saying there's no need for a reboot yet. Not yet. I've said this before. If Marvel drops the ball with X-Men, Fantastic Four, Doctor Doom, and stuff like that, then reboot it all, start over. Because honestly, if y'all don't get that right, what can you get right? There's nothing left. DC, oh, y'all got to reboot. Y'all should have rebooted 5 years ago, if not longer than that. So that for sure needs a reboot. But I wouldn't go too quickly with Marvel, even though they have had some stinkers, and a little bit too many for sure. All right, what else do we have here? Oh, I'm trying to do this quick news for y'all. More Lord of the Rings movies are in the works as Warner Brothers and New Line strikes a new rights deal. So we have here, let's see, they hammered out a new multi-year agreement with Embracer Group, AB's Middle Earth Enterprises, to team on the new Lord of the Ring movies. Now, this is so one thing that's coming is, let's get this a little bigger. New Line and Warner Brothers Animation are currently in production on the Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, I don't know, an original anime set 183 years before the events of the Lord of the Rings. The movie, which tells the fate of the House of Hammerhand, the legendary king of Rohan, is set to open theatrically April 12th, 2024. Now, just because I know I was a little confused about this, it says no, in a separate TV rights deal in 2018 worth about 250 million. That's the one that Amazon won. That one is set for the 5-season commitment to bring Lord of the Rings to the streaming service. Now, Middle Earth Enterprises owns exclusive worldwide motion picture, games, merchandising, stage, and other rights in certain token works, literary works, including The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So, in other words, it looks like Amazon is able to do the TV stuff, but New Line and who else? And Warner Brothers can do the movie stuff. So, I'm here for it regardless. As long as it's something good. I don't know about the I haven't done enough research on Hammerhand. I know about the King of Rohan, but or the kingdom of it, but I just literally forgot about the story behind it. So I got to go back and research some of that to see if it's something to be excited about. But I mean, if they're gonna make a movie about it, I guess I guess it's worth it. But I'm here for more movies, period. Like, as long as, and here's the other thing, I just don't think we need a reboot of Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings. I don't think we need that. Not yet. Like, I literally went back and did a rewatch of all of them, the extended cuts this time, and I was like, I don't know. Like, these are good. Like, they still hold up. So I was kind of like, I don't think they need to reboot them. I hope they don't reboot them. Yes, some of the CGI is a little, but honestly, it still holds up to me. But anyway, I don't know. How do y'all feel about it? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Hold on, what you got? Dan, back at it. Okay, sir, you misunderstand. Okay, all right. What did I misunderstand? I propose after okay, soft reboot can fix everything. Secret Wars. We can get a young Hank and Jam with the Avengers. T'Challa can run his empire in space, mingle with. Oh, okay, I got you. Okay, see, now you didn't put the. See, now there's a difference. Okay, now you're right. You just said reboot. Now, reboot in my mind means clear everything. A soft reboot, perfectly fine. I'm totally okay. We on the same page. No, the soft reboot is perfectly fine because honestly, that is what Marvel does anyway in the comics. Marvel will take a situation and they'll kind of sort of blow up the multiverse or change something, or like Secret Wars in the comics, have all the incursions happen, and then I don't know, just have Franklin Richards create a whole new universe or something like that. As long as one person remembers, then it's a reboot, but not really a reboot, and so on. So we'll see. But yes, no, I'm totally with the soft reboot for sure. I'm cool with that. That works for me. But again, some people in their minds, when they say or think of reboot, they think of wiping the whole slate clean. And that's where I'm like, wait, we don't have to go that far. We ain't got to do all that. But yeah, if y'all want to give us a soft reboot, I'm fine with that. I'm cool with that. Nelson, what you got? We have the MCU multiverse for soft reboots. Absolutely. That's exactly what they're good for. Just to give us something else. So yes, I'm down with that. If they want to go that route, I am very, very okay with that. What else? We got some more quick updates. Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to be in the HBO Max Penguin series. This is going to be the spinoff series with Colin Farrell as the Penguin. And I'm just happy that this is happening. Because to be honest with you, the Penguin series was something I was a little iffy about. I thought that they were going to kind of get into, Gotham TV series type of vibes where it's like, oh, we're going to do something without Batman. But if you have Batman in it, I'm okay with this. It doesn't have to be about Batman, but as long as he's in it, that might be just enough to keep interest going and to get me to tune in. I mean, I would tune in for curiosity, But now that you tell me that Batman's actually going to be in it, and it's the movie star who's also going to be in it, that's a little bit more compelling. But that's just me. How do you feel about Robert Pattinson coming in to the HBO Max series Penguin? Does that work for you? Do you not care? Last time I recall, it was a story about basically now that Falcone is out of the picture, Penguin is going to now rise to power, move up the ranks, yada yada yada. So, how often will Batman show up? That's probably going to be the question. My guess is at least you're gonna have him in for the season finale. But I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Let's see, what else do we have? Okay. All right. I'm going to do just a quick little review. I was thinking about doing the full review for y'all here. But I don't think it would really do y'all justice because there were just more things that I wanted to talk about when it comes to Creed. Um, so I'm gonna give y'all basically the shorthand version, but I will still post my full review a little bit after. I'll just have to shoot that probably right after this. Because I don't want to give y'all, like something cheap or whatever. But for those of y'all that are thinking about going to see Creed, I did want to at least give y'all a little taste. I already gave you my reaction earlier, talking about it, but I do want to talk about just some of the things that I liked and some of the things that I had issues with. And I'll save all the other stuff for the full review. But like right now, and again, this is gonna be spoiler free, so I'm not gonna ruin it for nobody. But y'all, my goodness, like Michael B. Jordan, Jonathan Majors on the screen together, fantastic. Like the chemistry between the brothers are great. I would say that the one of the good things that I really enjoyed about this movie was definitely the acting. The performances were very, very good. Michael B. Jordan is giving you the emotional stuff all day. We got the great Felicia Rashad. She's in there, hitting you with the feels. One of my favorites was Wood Harris, who plays Duke, the trainer. So good in that as well. But y'all, I gotta take a moment. I mean, look. It's Kang Gang all day. It's Kang Gang all day. But no lie, Jonathan Majors is that guy. He is magnetic in this film. My goodness, every time he's on screen, he's a problem. And I'm not gonna lie, I was a little scared of Jonathan Majors. Now, listen, I'm not a little guy. Okay, I'm about like 6'2", about 200 something plus pounds and all that. But the way Jonathan Majors was coming up and I was like, sir, if I was in a fight, if I had to fight for my life, and it was Michael B. Jordan, I'd be like, okay, you know what? Let's go. You know what I'm saying? Like let's go. But if I had to fight for my life and I saw this coming at me, I'm going to just be like, sir, I got a family. I got kids. I got a wife. Here's my wallet. I'm sorry. I don't want to play no more. Jonathan Majors looks so scary in this movie as a fighter. And even though he wasn't as big, I would say he reminded me of a young Mike Tyson in this film. And I'm talking about that Mike Tyson that you looked at him and was like, okay, whoever he's going against is just going to lose, right? So Jonathan Majors straight up ate in this movie, and he was fantastic. Another good highlight, I would say, were the fights. So the fight in this movie was actually pretty good. So right here, if you're an anime fan, you're going to appreciate the anime styling that Michael B. Jordan, because he was the director for this, he put in some anime flavor into this movie. And you know what? I liked it. You're going to get some of the slow motion stuff, and you're going to get like, you will know cinematically, through the cinematography, the way that they shoot certain things. If you've watched anime, you're going to be like, that's it. You're going to pick it up very quickly. And as an anime fan, I absolutely love that and appreciated it for sure, because it really came off very well. Something else to kind of keep in mind, this movie, okay, also does a very good job at hitting at the feels. You know, the drama and all that. It's touching, it's heartfelt, it's solid. That's good stuff, right? Now, you know, this movie wasn't perfect. Okay, it has some problems. And when it came to my bad stuff, a lot of that had to come through the editing of the movie. Yes, I mean, as a first time director, you know, you're gonna have some bumps and bruises along the way. And Michael B. Jordan's editing and sometimes even the writing in this movie were not the best. There were times where the pacing felt a little off, or there were things that just didn't feel authentic or organic because certain things got rushed. You know, it was almost like, you know, let's just say, and I'm just giving y'all a rough example, the main fight. I was sitting here, I was like, dang, that's it. You know, like the road to get to the main fight, like that was it. It that was quick. You know, so like for me, I'm just kind of like, man, it felt like 10 minutes were missing in the movie. You know, and I'm not saying that it derailed it. I'm not saying that you're not gonna get it. Of course, I'm looking at it with a more analytical eye, right? But for me, I was like, that's mighty convenient how this character got to this point to that point, just like that. That to me is either bad writing or bad editing, right? Because you should have a natural progression where you're like, oh, the character starts to feel this way because they went through that experience. But if you chop out that experience and they just have this breakthrough revelation, you're like, wait a minute, that was quick. You know, so anyway, I wasn't a big fan of the writing um or the editing at times. I'll go into a little bit more detail on my full review with that. But and here's the other thing, and I'm sorry, I know I said that the fighting and the anime stuff was cool, but one potential other issue, it didn't bother me as much, but I could see how it could potentially bother other people. The fight in the last third act is not something you're going to expect. And I mean that because in a way where Michael B. Jordan made some bold, creative choices. I give him an A for effort and originality and creativity. However, it's a vast departure from what you're used to. Now, what do I mean by that? You've had like what, 6, 7 Rocky movies, and they've shown you, you know, certain ways that the fights go down, right? And even if you've never watched a Rocky movie, you've probably at least seen Creed 1 and Creed 2. And when you watch those movies, there's a certain expectation that is built of when we get to that last fight, you want to see that last fight in a certain way. This movie goes just a little bit off, just a little bit. And, you know, it has a more artsy interpretation of the fight. So, will it be entertaining still? Sure. Is it going to be as visually engaging as the last couple of Creeds? I don't think so. So again, A for effort for doing something new, but at the end of the day, like it might be again, just temper your expectations for that final fight. Now, as for like just the overall thing, I mean, look, this movie was solid either way. It was entertaining to watch. I thought that Jonathan Majors pretty much his acting carried the movie a lot. Michael B. Jordan, he had a commendable, you know what I'm saying, like first go at doing this as a director. But again, it's not like, you know, the greatest thing ever from a director, that is. But again, it's still something that is definitely nice. Oh, something else to kind of consider. This movie's going back to its roots. And I'm talking about the old Rocky roots, like Rocky 1 and 2. If you recall, that movie was about the drama. And so is this. This movie is more about the drama than it is the boxing. This is a movie that's about two friends who are like brothers and that are having their issues. That's what this movie is about, okay? So I'm giving y'all a heads up now so you can make sure your expectations are cool, because, you know, it can be really easy to expect one thing and feel disappointed later. So this is drama first, boxing later. One thing I definitely appreciated with this movie: ain't an ounce of Rocky in it. We've talked about this before, how Sly Stallone's got beef and he's not happy with the direction, blah, blah, blah. Well, bro, this ain't your spinoff. This ain't for you. We gave you two movies. You did your thing. It was great, but it's finally time to actually let Creed stand on his own 2 feet and have his own story. And that's what happened in this movie. It's his. It ain't like a whole bunch of callbacks to Rocky. Sly does not show up. It's not his film. There's a little quick mention here and there, but at the end of the day, this is finally its own true spinoff. Sad that it took 2-3 movies to do that, but it's finally there. And you know, at the end of the day, I would also say this. This was not, as I said before, first this was not my favorite Creed movie. My favorite is still going to be the first Creed. And my order is pretty much first Creed, second Creed, then this third Creed. It doesn't mean this third one is trash by any means. It just means that, you know, I appreciated what the first movie did more, just because I thought the fights were 100 times better. The fights in the first movie made me feel like I was actually watching a real fight and not a Hollywood stage fight where people are just throwing what I like to call Hollywood punches. You know, a Hollywood punch is like, all right, set, action, punch, cut, great shot. No. I don't want to see that. I want to see y'all actually box, and then get to the punches. You know, get to the knockout. You know, make it look like a real thing. So for me, I still have the first Creed on top as the best one, and then it just goes down from there. Yeah, so I am not going to give y'all my final score. I'm gonna say that for the actual review, so y'all can go check that out. But I will say, good movie, good enough. Feel free, go watch it. But you know, like, again, I just wouldn't say it's the best Creed. And again, once again, you know, remember, drama first, then boxing. You know, but anyway, that's my quick, you know, it's not that quick. That's my little Creed 3 review. Like I said, I'm gonna go back and record like the actual one so I can give y'all a little bit more details about certain things, and I'll include my score in there as well. But I did want to at least give y'all a little heads up, because I was just pushed for time and I couldn't record today. So you know, let me know, like, are y'all gonna go watch Creed 3? Let me know in the comments down below. I really like to see how y'all feel. And you know, I believe it comes out next week, if I'm not mistaken. And maybe somebody could, no, March 3rd. I think it comes out March 3rd. But that's my little preview review or whatever, however you want to call it. But anyway, let me just go up and make sure I didn't miss nothing. There we go. 60 plus. There we go. Can't watch your review of Creed 3 until I see the movie. Yes, Lord, Cougar Crush, Jonathan May. That's all good. It's all good. Cynthia, I'm done. You know, so if you're still listening, I'm good. I'm done. So but yeah, I understand. Let's see. Haven't seen the first two. I listen, go watch them. Go watch them. Or watch Creed 2, watch Creed 3, and then watch Creed 1, and that way you can get a nice little prequel. You could also do that. But you could try that. And see how that goes. All right, let's see how we doing on time. Ooh, it's only an hour. Ooh, we might. Ooh, y'all, we gonna get under this 3 hours. We're not gonna do this 3 hours now. Okay, now. Let's move on. What else is the other thing? Womp womp womp. Well, things ain't looking too hot for Shazam. Let me just say, from the jump, I really liked the first Shazam movie. The first Shazam I thought was really entertaining. And yeah, that was it. It was just really entertaining, and I liked it. I liked it. It did what it needed to do. I went in with low expectations, and it matched the comic book. So for me, I was just kind of like, I can't get mad at something adapting the comic book and actually staying true to it. I mean, am I saying it's the greatest movie ever? Not even close. Like, Kristen, relax. Hold on. This was Ant-Man level. You take a C-list character that nobody was checking for, and you made a decent movie. It was fine. It was cool, right? It was cool. So when they announced Shazam 2, I was like, okay, what we gonna do with that? And they showed the trailer. And I just didn't understand. The trailer was kind of like, what are y'all doing? Like, this trailer looked goofy. It looked silly. It looked like something that was going to be on Disney Channel, to be honest. Like, you got a bunch of kids running around trying to fight a dragon or something like that. What? You fighting like an old lady and Helen Mirren and Lucy Liu? Like, what? So right now, it ain't looking too good because Shazam Fury of the Gods is tracking for low key 35 million to only 40 million domestic debut. Ouch. Now look, I don't really cover, box office numbers or anything like that in domestic. To be honest with you, I don't know. Like, I can't call it in terms of what the domestic box office is going to do or not. Usually I have a better sense of like how much things are going to be at the end. So the last Shazam only did 300 million. This one might only do 200. This one might do only 200. But 35 million to 40 million, listen, that's Megan money. Y'all remember Megan, the little robot that, was killing people and stuff? That's it. A superhero movie should never be compared to a horror movie. Horror movies are low budget and they expect not to make a lot of money because everybody doesn't watch horrors like that. But your big blockbuster superhero movie only making that's it. And you know what? I said this before, and I'm going to say it again. This is on The Rock. I put this on The Rock because remember, The Rock refused to show up in Shazam 2. He did not want to show up when he was asked by Warner Brothers to do it. Why? Because he wanted Black Adam to have his own thing. And I've told y'all before, this was a terrible mistake. Shazam is already a C-list character. Black Adam is a D-list character. Why? Because Black Adam was only created to be a villain for Shazam, which means you are a supporting character for a supporting character. You're supposed to go support the other supporting character. You can't jump the line and just get your own show. And then you want to go fight Superman out the gate? Like, what are you doing? No. You talking about the hierarchy of power gonna change? You should have started with the first rank. The guy was right there. You could have taken out Shazam and his whole family and caused a real problem. And then y'all could have built something up in Shazam 3 where now you could do Shazam and Superman versus Black Adam because clearly Shazam can't do it on his own. You could have had a nice natural progression. But, and he did admit to this in some way, shape, or form. Egos got the best of him. That happens, So it's sad news for Shazam that at least it ain't looking too good. But like I said, the trailer was not looking too hot. This is already saying that they're not doing too much box office wise. So I don't know. How do you feel about Shazam? Is this a movie that you're actually interested in watching? Are you gonna go opening week? You gonna wait for this to hit HBO Max? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Kristen, what you got? I will die on my anthill. Thank you, sir. Ma'am, I know you will. It's all good. It's all good. Have your anthill. I love it. Listen, I love it for you. You like it, I love it. That's great. All right, let's see. Oh, I guess this ain't it. A little bit more bad news for DC. So things ain't looking too good for Shazam, and things ain't looking too good for Aquaman either. Y'all, this has been something I've never heard of. I've heard of certain things happening. We've heard of Batgirl, right? Batgirl had test screenings that were just as good as Black Adam, right? But we know the controversy behind that. WBD was like, nah, Batgirl ain't good enough. So while we're gonna release Black Adam, we're gonna can Batgirl and just scrap it. Have a screening funeral. Ain't never heard of that before in my life. But a lot of movies don't see the light of day. So that's not terribly uncommon, right? That sometimes that just happens. But this, now, I'm going to say that for now this is more rumor, but it is getting backed up by multiple people. This is a little concerning. Aquaman. Now we know Aquaman's coming off a fresh $1 billion. Did nobody see that coming? But now the screenings for Aquaman 2. Whoo-wee. Lordy. They saying that multiple reports say that new test screenings are performing terribly for this. Somebody here said, Big Screen Leak says, there's a reason I've been avoiding any questions about Aquaman, The Lost Kingdom. But since viewer Anon put it out there, it brings me to no joy to back him up and tell you that the test screenings for this film have been not good. Really hoping Juan fixes this movie before December. He goes on to say, I heard that something that almost never happened in test screenings happened with this movie. They're really going to need this and fix this one fast. Let me tell you what that thing is. The thing that he was talking about that never happened, that I've never heard this happen. People reportedly walked out of Aquaman 2 screening. I've heard people go into screenings, and after the screening, they sit you down, they ask you to, score the movie, tell us what you like, what you didn't like. There are movies that people don't like, and they'll be like, man, this sucked, this was bad, fix this, da 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 da. Y'all walked out. You was like, this so bad, I don't even want to talk to y'all no more. This so bad, I don't even want to see the rest of the movie. This so bad, I don't even want to hear what you got to say. What? It was that bad? Now, here's the thing. Sometimes people will say things are bad because they're repulsive or like it's too gratuitous. But you're telling me that this movie supposedly is so bad that people walked out? Hold on. There's some more backing up here. There's another leaker, insider, Jeff Snyder. He's the one, again, I told you, he's had some credible things, or at least some sources. He's the one that gave us the Red Hulk and all that stuff, the Harrison Ford news. He said, I hear it's terrible, and that's why Momoa is going to be Lobo going forward. But they can't say that yet because then it would be a lame duck. And DC is hoping to writing another billion out of the box office. First one was awful too, so not a huge surprise. Now, I will disagree with him on that. I don't think the first Aquaman was horrible, but it does make sense. If it's true that this screening is so bad, no, you don't want to tell them, he's going to be Lobo. I've been telling y'all he should be Lobo. Okay, so we was already on that train from the jump. However, this might also explain why Jason Momoa was so excited and so happy when he got out his little meeting with them, because his job is saved. He still got work. He still got something to do, you know? Because if Aquaman 2 is, if it's that bad, then they're not going to continue with that. They're going to stop that. Whoo-wee. So listen, take it for a grain of salt with a grain of salt if you like. Personally, I think that there might be more. Now, let me tell you this. I told y'all this before. So with Shazam, I didn't like the trailer. I didn't like the whole thing that The Rock, Black Adam was not going to be in it. Sometimes there are red flags. Sometimes. And you know, being in this business, there are times where like I will sit here and be like, you know what? When I see a red flag, if my critic senses go off, then I need to just trust them. And I told y'all this back in January. So this was like a couple weeks ago, maybe like actually almost a month ago. And this was when Jason Momoa was talking about potentially being another character, blah, blah, blah. We knew he was talking about Lobo. But I told y'all I had some suspicions about Aquaman 2 when this man's brought something up. And let me pull that up real quick. Because the moment this man said this thing, I was like, that's sus. And this was when he had his little meeting with DC and all that. And he said this one thing that just threw me off. He said here, the beautiful thing about Aquaman and the Lost Kingdom is me and my partner wrote the first treatment for it. And it was about a 55-page treatment. And a lot of it has to deal with me talking to the UN about what's happening with the melting ice caps. There's no far off galaxy coming to destroy us or aliens from another place. It's us ruining our planet. We need to get it together and save our home. Sir, that sounds like crap. I don't want to see no Captain Planet Aquaman movie. You ain't got no, you not fighting nobody? You think we about to tune in to Aquaman on C-SPAN talking about climate change? That's a blockbuster movie to you? 55 pages of what? You took 55 pages to write some crap? Like, do you not know how movies work? You don't know what genre you in? This is not like The Big Short. What are you talking about? See, sometimes creatives, and we're going to talk about this later. This is going to come up very soon. Sometimes a lot of these creatives, writers, directors, producers, they get stuck in this bubble where they fall in love with a certain idea. And most times I'll say that they are onto something good. But sometimes when these things ain't go through no other checks and balances, like I'm gonna need them to like stop talking to your friends. You know, if you come up with an idea, if you're Jason Momoa, if you're an actor, if you're a producer, writer, stop talking to your friends. Okay. Hey, I got this big Marvel movie. I got this big DC movie. I got this idea. I'm gonna do it. Stop talking to your friends. Go make you a burner account. Jump on the internets. Do something. I don't know. Make you a burner page and go ask the people about just some ideas, or just, I don't know, go see what people talking about. Because it's hard for me to believe that this man who was in Justice League and who was in Aquaman, and you over here writing a whole story about most of it. This was his words. Let me go back. These were his words. A lot of it has to deal with me talking to the UN. You want to, you know, the only scene that was really great talking to the UN, Ramonda. When Ramonda talked to the UN and they used the Dora Milaje to mess them up, that took like 5 minutes. 5 minutes. When T'Challa started talking to the UN, that was like a little quick 2-minute thing just to open up Wakanda. Even Tony Stark, when he was doing his little talking to the senators and stuff like that. little, you just throw that little something in there. Most of your movie is about the talking to the UN. Why don't you like money? I'd walk out of that too. They better not put that on the movie. They better not. They better not. That none of that better be the movie. Throw it away. So, like I said, my critic senses was going off right there. I was like, what? You not fighting nobody? You ain't got no enemies? Nothing? Ain't nobody tuning into this for no political drama? You know how many times politics be like just putting people to sleep? What are you talking about? Woo. Now, here's something else I want to point out too. Now, I understand, because I'm not a big rumor guy, but I just want us to be consistent. I understand that a lot of times, we sit here and we like, man, these screenings don't matter or these rumors don't matter. But look, sometimes, we do put a little stock in that. Let's not forget that there was a lot of talk. There was a lot of talk when the early screenings were getting positive reviews for The Flash. Remember, a long time ago, people was like, man, The Flash, man, it's getting high scores, man, a lot. Man, WB might reconsider keeping Ezra because The Flash is so good. And then what happened? You got more people backing it up. More people saying, man, The Flash might be the greatest superhero movie ever and all that stuff. So I'm just saying, sometimes, just because the rumors might not go in favor of your favorite movie or whatever, that doesn't make it BS. Because if they can go in favor of those things too, it's got to go both ways. So the Flash is doing it. Matter of fact, hold on. It's not even just that. I just saw this too, where WB is so confident in the Flash. Look at this. It's going to screen for the first time at CinemaCon. Do y'all know when CinemaCon happens? The Flash ain't supposed to come out. When does it come out? It's supposed to come out June 16th. CinemaCon is in late April. And they are that confident in the movie. That's huge. I don't see them trying to screen Aquaman that early. I don't hear them trying to screen Shazam that early. But they willing to put that out there. Man, oh man. Man, oh man. I mean, the first, and I should say that the first screenings for Aquaman were more so like the very, very early rough cuts, but woo-wee, this is I don't know, WB's they in a flummox right now. Like, I know James Gunn is doing this thing, but they got some work to do. Nelson, what you got here? The Flash movie may be the only DCU movie moneymaker. Yeah, I think that's true. I think that's all they got, right now. Because they're gonna be waiting a long time to rebound. But I don't know. Y'all let me know. How do you feel about the Aquaman news? Do you believe it? Do you not care? Are you still gonna go watch it? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. All right, let's grab these. Sharissa, not C-SPAN. Yeah, that's what it sounded like. That is what it sounded like. It sounded like straight up, superheroes meet C-SPAN. Like, I don't know about y'all, but every time I be channel surfing and I fall on C-SPAN, I turn that off quicker than I turn off MASH. Ooh, just. That's when you know it's time to go to sleep, But anyway, who else we got? Nelson, what you got? Is Greta Thunberg his sidekick in the movie? She might as well be. Like, I would not be surprised. Like, it's funny, but I would not be surprised if they did something like that. Just cause. But I don't know. At this point, I feel like Aquaman is only going to be relevant just because it had just because it made $1 billion. And because it made that $1 billion, people are going to be interested, but whether it's going to have the legs, first of all, the trailer is going to have to tell a story in itself too. But we'll have to wait and see. But thank you for that. All right. What else do we got here? Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's just move on. Yeah. Rhonda, what do you have? Recast DC and bring on multiverse Molly Wapman. Yeah. I'm totally here for that. I'm totally here for that. Totally here for that. Yeah. Ty, thank you so much for the super sticker. Always appreciate you, Ty. Thank you for that. Let's get to some better news here. New Avengers Leader. Listen, New Avengers. We know that the Avengers are going to have someone else take the lead, right? And there have been some rumors. That have come about, and who's going to lead this new team of Avengers? You don't have Captain America, Steve Rogers. That mantle's been passed, and Tony Stark is not around. So the question is, who's really going to do it? Now, there have been one leading rumor so far, and I don't know how much this will be, but one leading rumor has been Tom Holland's Spider-Man is rumored to lead the Avengers in the Kang Dynasty movie. Okay? So, here's the thing with this. This doesn't make sense. Within the MCU, it makes no sense, mainly because, now granted, we might get a Spider-Man before Kang Dynasty, maybe. But even if we do, Spider-Man is not a leader. My man is fresh out of college, right? Don't nobody even remember him, right? But on top of that, Spider-Man as a hero may not be the leader to corral all of the Avengers, whoever they are. So the problem with this is it doesn't make sense, and it's not going to feel earned if they hurry up in the next movie and make Spider-Man the leader. However, from a business standpoint, it does make sense. And what I mean by that is Spider-Man, the character, is arguably one of the most popular characters in history. He's he's right up there with Batman and Superman, in terms of being recognizable. So you have to think, let's just say, if you're of the business mind, let's get our most recognizable character and our most popular character because it goes good for the branding. And what comes after good branding? Merchandise. Merchandise is number one, baby. Haven't y'all noticed that after every movie, there's always a toy leak or, hey, let's do these Legos. Hey, let's do these action figures, these hot toys, and that merchandise is where it's at. Listen, it's nice to make $1 billion in the box office, but that toy money, that's everything. Okay, that keeps the lights on. Okay, so I could understand why they would want to do that, but if we talking about a good story, man, even in the comics, Spider-Man is not that guy, right? He's not that guy. Now, along with that, the other question has been, well, what about Captain America? Right? Yeah, we do have another Captain America. Why not bring him in as the leader? Now, here's the thing. That does make sense, right? Because in the comics, including Sam Wilson's Captain America, he is one of the leaders. Like, he does take charge because it's kind of part of the job, right? Part of having that mantle is if Cap says you the man, you the man. You're the new leader, right? But y'all boy, Anthony Mackie, feels a little different. He's shutting down the Avengers 5 Captain America theory, which is that maybe he's the one that would lead. And this is what he had to say. When he was asked, when the Avengers come back, they'll need a leader. Do you think that Sam Wilson could be that guy? Mackie said, Sam is the only character without superpowers. He's just a regular dude hanging out with a bunch of weirdos. Being from New Orleans, I've been in a few fights, and heart and charisma never helped me in a fight. That usually just got me beat up. So that might cause an issue when you go fight somebody like Thanos. All right. Like I said, in the comics, Sam is a leader. And I hope that he was joking with this because last time I checked, like, you don't need superpowers to be a leader. Like, Suicide Squad, Rick Flag, he's just a regular guy and he's leading all these regular people, or some of them enhanced people. He's a leader. Batman would be a leader of the Justice League. He ain't got no powers. Prep time ain't no power. Now he is rich, so maybe that's the power. But that's it. Sam, first of all, Sam need to learn how to fight. I will say that. Sam does need to learn how to fight. But brother, I know you're not gonna sit here and act like the King of Wakanda didn't just send you some straight up vibranium wings. Bro, you got some vibranium lemon pepper wings. What you talking about that you ain't got no superpowers? And you got a whole AI system, built in. What are you talking about? You'll be all right. I mean, you do need to go learn how to fight, but you will be all right. What are you talking about? Bro, you about to have a whole movie. He about to get whooped in this movie. I don't know. He about to get whooped. I don't know. But I will say this does not sound encouraging. Like, I'm sorry, man. Like, this ain't really making me want to go see your movie. You don't even think you could lead the Avengers because you ain't got superpowers? That's not the purpose of your character. The purpose of your character was why you were chosen to be the next Captain America. Not because you got super serum all in your veins, not because you got superpowers, but because you're a good man. In other words, you should be the moral compass for the Avengers. You should be the one. You've got a whole military background, right? You should be the one that's like, yo, when the times are down, I will lead the charge. I will lift people up. I will remind people what we're fighting for. Let's go. Brother, didn't nobody tell you that you had to be the first one now? You might have a She-Hulk. Send her out first, right? Like, you got a Shang-Chi and all. Send them first. But you got to learn how to delegate. Okay, if you're gonna be a hero, a leader, you gotta learn how to let the other put your big guns first. Let them go get some damage. Then you put the little sniper people, put your Black Widows up there, post them up on the flank and all that. Come on, man. You was running a whole military operation. Come on, man. You could do that. Man, that's y'all hero. Anyway, who do y'all think should be the new leader for the Avengers come Kang Dynasty? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Personally, I think Cap should be able to do it, but I'm gonna just need Mackie to actually believe in him because it don't sound like he does right now. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Kiki, what you got? Only Venom and Mackie can do this to you. Just yes. It's just always something. I don't, I don't be looking for trouble, man. Chief, how you gonna skip your favorite? I don't know what you're talking about. I do not know what you're talking about. Ain't no favorites here. Um, nope. No. Y'all listen, y'all got the news. Y'all heard it, y'all saw it, whatever. Yeah. Y'all don't need me for that. I'm good. I'm good. What we got? Haha, Reese, you want T'Challa as the new leader? Chadwick would too. Listen, I'm with you on that. I think that T'Challa probably would have been the de facto leader. That would have been great. But it doesn't look like that's in the plans right now. So, just not really doing the best stuff. So now is the part. Are we gonna do this? Let me see. Okay. We're gonna start talking about Ant-Man now. And this one is not going to be about spoilers yet, but it will be in the next one. So the first one I just thought was kind of interesting. Just wanted to go into it, and it was just Peyton Reed, the director, was asked how was Kang added. I'm sorry, no, not Peyton Reed. Steven Broussard. I think that's one of the other Marvel executives. So he was asked about Kang and his inclusion in Ant-Man. Now, the only reason I'm bringing this up is because I like the fact that when these interviews come out, we get a chance to get inside the head of the creatives. And this is usually how and when I'm also able to critique and judge, right? Because I'm going to judge based off of what you say and what you do, right? So when they give us these little moments of their insight of like, this was our approach, now I can either commend you for it or I can criticize you for it. So I found it interesting that they came on here and talked about how like their thought process and how they developed Ant-Man 3. Now I've already told you Ant-Man 3 is not my favorite Ant-Man movie whatsoever. So and some of the things that they decided to do was very questionable, and this was something interesting. Like, why did you add Kang into this? How did that happen? So let's kind of look at that real quick. And they asked him, and was Kang always part of it, the movie? Because now we know there's the Kang Dynasty, Kang is in Loki, and the movie reveals a whole bunch more about him. How did he become part of the film? So Broussard said this: he came later. So the first big idea was, what if it was all in the quantum realm? And the second big idea was, what if it felt like a bigger movie? While we love part one and part two, San Francisco crime based smaller movies, another big idea with this was, what if it was this epic movie? You take these characters and drop them off in a different kind of movie. So if you're going to do that, you need a big bad, a big person for them to go up against. Let me just say this. I like where they were going with their thoughts, right? I totally understand trying to do something different. And I totally understand trying to make something epic. My issue with this, and this has been my issue with the film in itself. Okay, we're going to go into minor spoilers because I don't care about this movie, but I respect y'all. If y'all don't want to talk about spoilers, if it's a problem, this is the time to go away. Like, just I don't know, something. Let me spoiler alert. Let me just put that up so y'all know. I don't want to hear nobody crying talking about an E-Man. Okay, so there you go. Spoiler alert. You got your spoiler alert. My issue with this is you want to make this movie epic. You want to make this movie have an Avengers level threat, right? Nothing about Ant-Man, nothing with this character warranted for you to put your A+ villain in this movie. Nothing. Now, here's what they could have done. What they could have done, which I think could have been probably even more fitting, y'all could have just made MODOK better. Rather than making MODOK a cheap gag running joke, you could have actually made MODOK, I don't know, the lord of that realm, the main villain, the person that's controlling it. And then, of course, Scott, fine. He finds out it's Darren and all that. Fine, whatever. But after that, you could have been like, wait a minute. MODOK, you were always working for somebody else. Who's Kang? Bingo. Tease Kang. Tease something bigger and badder. But because here's the thing. Think about it. When you go back and watch this movie, remember when they were like, oh no, they're scenting the hunter. MODOK had a reputation. MODOK had something behind him that struck fear in other people's hearts at that time. He was not a joke to people in the quantum realm. If you were to tell me that Ant-Man was going against MODOK, I would have been like, fine. Now you actually have a villain that matches the hero. Because imagine this. What they just did here is almost like saying, we're going to make a Howard the Duck movie, and to make it epic, we're going to put him with Dr. Doom. Excuse me? Excuse me. You don't put Howard the Duck and Dr. Doom together in the same movie at all. In the same way, you don't put little Scott Lang with your premier follow-up to Thanos in the same movie. Why? Because, especially given the ending, you cheapen the whole aspect of Kang. Now, I haven't thought about doing a full breakdown or whatever, but let me just give you a little quick piece. This version of Kang that we got, and I'll talk about this in my theory video, but this version of Kang that we got, this was not just some variant, right? This was actually, according to the movie's own admission, this was actually the biggest, baddest Kang of them all. This was Kang the Conqueror. Okay? This wasn't Ramatut. This wasn't Immortus. This wasn't Lizard Kang or Silver Scott. This was the Conqueror. In other words, this was like probably Kang Prime. This is the Kang that we see in the comic books. This is the Kang. You saw the outfit. You saw the uniform. You saw the scars. This was Kang. Okay? This Kang was so bad in a villainous way that the other Kangs were scared of him. You know why? Because they were so scared of him that they couldn't even confront him. Did y'all see how many Kangs were there in the post-credit scenes? You had all them Kangs, All of them had technology. All of them were smart. All of them were just as ruthless as he was. You had all them Kangs, and they were scared of that one. And they were so scared of him, they didn't jump him. They didn't gang up on him. They didn't even confront him. You know what they did? They had to trick him to trap him. He wasn't flying in some jail cell. He was flying in his regular ship. He thought he was going in a regular place doing whatever he was going to do. And what happened? They sabotaged his ship. What does that mean? That means that somebody had to be sneaky and mess up something in his ship to cause it to explode and to crash in the quantum realm. Why? Because they were too scared to do it in his face. That's how big and bad this Kang is. And that's the antagonist for Scott? That's the main villain for the man that talks to ants? Y'all just shooting yourselves in the foot. So like I said, when I listen to these kind of, thought processes through the interviews, this is where a lot of my criticism comes from. Because it's not just me sitting here saying like, oh, I'm better than y'all and da-da-da. I'm looking at your train of thought and I'm wondering, how did you get here and you ended up there and then you did that? What's happening? Who was in the room with y'all? Somebody literally was in the room and was like, oh, yeah, good idea. Let's put a couple $100 million and run with it. Y'all get paid for this? It's just one of those things. I don't get it, because once again, you guys pride yourselves in trying to be great storytellers, but sometimes these stories, anyway, how do you feel about this whole idea of how Kang came about? Now, of course, wait, hold on. Let me forgot to even add this. When you get rid of this big bad, now, by the way, I don't think he's gone. Matter of fact, just a little quick tip. I'm about to tell y'all exactly how Kang could come back. That's going to be the theory video I'm working on. And no, y'all other big YouTubers, they ain't touched on this. Okay? They done gave y'all some wild stuff, but they ain't touched on this. And y'all saw it and missed it. Everybody missed it. The bigger problem with the fact that trying to get rid of this Kang, besides wasting his potential with this D-list character, you now water down the significance and the threat that comes with him. And not only that, what do we have to look forward to? Because now, what are you telling me, Marvel, at this point? You're telling me that this was the biggest, baddest Kang. He was the conqueror. He was the Kang that everybody else was afraid of. And the guy that talks to ants got rid of him. So now the one thing I have to look forward to are the people that were below him. I have to look at the variants that were too scared to even go against him. So this is almost like saying, you know what? We're going to let Falcon defeat Thanos, and then we're going to let the Avengers deal with the Black Order. Where's the sense of progression? Where's the sense of lead up? Because now I don't care about the other Kangs that much, because you already told me they got rid of the biggest, baddest one. So the other ones are just going to be light work. I mean, am I not right? I don't know. This is what you're telling me in your story. You're telling me that was the biggest, baddest Kang that other Kangs were afraid of. He got beat by a bunch of ants. And now the only threat we have is that we just got to deal with more of them, but more lesser versions of him. All right, I guess. Whatever. Man. So, like I said, it's just the storytelling, the arguments here. I just don't get it. I'm not feeling it. I mean, I will keep an open mind. I will see what happens later. I don't know, but I'm just saying right now, this was not working for me. This was not working for me. Anywho, y'all let me know. How did you feel about Kang being added? Do you like their idea? Do you like their thought process? How are you feeling? Let me know in the comments down below. Let's grab these here. Metreon, what you got? Wasn't he the leader? Oh, Falcon, the leader of his own TV show. Was he? Leader of what? Who did he lead? He was a co-star with Bucky. You talking about Falcon? It was Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He wasn't even Captain America in his own show, like not in the title. So I don't know. It depends on how you want to talk about leader. To me, I thought the reason why I don't consider him the lead in that show is because we got more character development and insight on Bucky than we did on Sam. Sam, there were so many things that were missed with Sam's character, especially from the comics, that I was sitting here like, I still don't know who Sam is. Do you know anything about Sam's love life? Do we know anything about Sam's hobbies or things that, motivate him or drive him? Or is Sam, like, the one thing I would say that was like really developed somewhat was him just tackling the question of whether he was worthy of having it. And I like that, but I'm like, that's it? Like the whole time, that's it of whether you worthy. And here's the thing. The whole thing, one of the biggest elements of pushing Sam to having the mantle, and this is again a missed opportunity. We got little bits of it from Isaiah Bradley when he touched on it when they said they'll never let a black man be Captain America. It was the racial factor. That's literally been one of the biggest crux in terms of his story in the comics, and they kind of skirted by it. Oh, the police, they kind of showed up, but I wonder why they showed up and only looked at me and not you, Bucky. I wonder why. Bro, come on. Like, you got to get into that racial. If you're going to talk about the racial component, go into it. Just do it. That's why y'all wrote it in the comics. Y'all get me upset about that. I'm sorry. Kenny, back at it. Thank you so much. Replay game. Starting the stream over from the beginning, so I'll see you in a little while. All good. Take your time. Appreciate you being here. Mara's here. Mara, hello. Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Move it on. Let's see what else we got. I saw something else. Hold on. Didier, what you got? Here's my theory, is that this Kang was not Kang Prime. Okay. The only reason we think the other Kangs were scared of him was because that's what he said. This is true. I said, I think the other Kang got rid of him because he's actually Kang the Lesser. Maybe. Like I said, for me, if you got to go behind his back to sabotage him, you scared of him. Because if you're really bad, you would just go up to him, challenge him to a fight, whatever, and just beat him. You ain't going to do no sneak attack unless you scared of him. So I think it's a little bit of both, but I don't know. For me, the fact that he admitted that they were scared of him and that he viewed them as children, which means that I think the way he carried himself, he looked at them as lesser. And I kind of feel as though, especially when it comes to writing and the exposition, when characters go into exposition, that's really to inform us some way, shape, or form, right? That's just a way to help us put the pieces together. So I don't know. I still think that this was the biggest, baddest one. But according to my theory, when I finally, get the wrinkles out, I'm going to explain why he is the baddest one beyond what I just talked about. Because there's something else that's going to happen or that could be happening that is going to be wild. It's going to be wild. So yes, I'm with you on that, but stay tuned. I got some more for you. Deborah, same people who couldn't think of Wakanda Forever during the blip. Jeez. Woo. Deborah, listen, I didn't want to go there. But, it does make you question. right? It makes you question how are we coming up with these things? How are these processes happening? Where are the checks and balances? Where are the filters? Where are the buffers? Who's looking at these things and just saying green light? Eh, thank you so much. Appreciate you. Nelson, what's up? Which Kang is from the MCU 616 universe? My theory, my theory is that maybe the only Kang that came from the 616 universe is He Who Remains. Now, he might not be the one that came here, but I do believe that if one came from the 616, it would be He Who Remains. Now, let me explain why. If you recall, there's a sacred timeline that happens, right? And the sacred timeline is just one timeline. That timeline has multiple universes within it. In that timeline, you can have the 838, you can have the 616, you can have all these things. So you can have all these possibilities in that timeline, right? But even in this movie, Ant-Man 3, you also saw that there's another timeline on top of the timeline. And again, Marvel's a little messy when it comes to all this, but I believe that the timeline that He Who Remained had, which is where the 616 was residing, keep in mind, he was keeping everyone away from him. He said he stopped the multiverse war or the multiverse war. He never said that he killed them all off, which is, I hate it when other YouTubers say that. He did not say he killed them all off. He said he ended the war. That's it. That means y'all gonna stop. Why? Because I got this Alioth right here. And if I let Alioth go on your timeline, you not gonna exist at all. So he had Alioth. So the 616 that was working down here was just basically minding its own business and nobody wanted to do anything with it, right? But the other timelines, which by the way, incursions are happening, the other timelines with the other Kangs, I believe the other Kangs, including the Council of Kang, they were off dominating, making a council. They were doing their own thing in the other ones. So in other words, while we have a multiverse here, and you might have a multiverse here, you're going to have multiple multiverses, and that's called the omniverse. So in other words, multiple multiverses. Hope that makes sense. If it doesn't, comics. That's all I can tell you. So I don't know if that made sense or not, but I think listen, Marvel needs to do a much better job of explaining all this stuff. I'm hoping that in the future videos or future movies, they do explain more of that. But this is what I'm kind of sort of piecing together for now. So hopefully that answers your question, made some sense. Cornelius, what you got? No, you're right, E-Man. This Kang is supposed to be the Kang. This is confirmed by his time chair, which connects to all his memories of him conquering and killing other timelines. Also, he's killed other Avengers before. Yes, hold on. Now, yes. However, that doesn't mean that the other Kangs don't have that yet. We don't know. I'm just saying, we don't know if the other Kangs have a time chair. We don't know if the other Kangs have dominated other universes in their time. But for now, yes, for now, we can go off of what you're talking about, that this is the Kang and he's just dominating. So for now, we can run with that. But I'm just saying, let's leave it open because we haven't seen what Marvel has really developed yet with the other Kangs. We don't know what the other ones have done or not. You know, we don't know if they're going to change their stories or not. Because let's not forget, Immortus, if I'm not mistaken, Immortus later on becomes He Who Remains in the comics, but they already changed that by making He Who Remains a Kang variant. So I'm apprehensive of making more definitive conclusions because they're still tweaking stuff as they go, if that makes sense. But yes, I'm with you on that for now. For now. But thank you for that. All right, let's move on. Okay, now again, we're going into spoiler stuff. So if you do care about spoilers or not, here we go. Y'all, all right. There was a different ending for Ant-Man 3. And this is just coming out now through some of the plot leaks. And you know, later on, even the writer also confirmed this too, Jeff Loveness. But I will say this: like the ending for Ant-Man 3, I did not care for. Um, I did not feel like there were any stakes. There was no time that I felt that the heroes were in danger. I never thought that anybody was gonna lose. Even when Scott was getting beat up, I was like, "You gonna be all right. Some ant gonna save you. Something gonna happen." You know how many times? Ooh, let me not even go there. I'm gonna go there in a second. But all I'm gonna say is, Marvel did not give us a moment to feel like this was an epic adventure, because an epic adventure usually is like, "Yo, something is so grand in terms of like what could happen that like I don't know if they're gonna make it." I never did anybody worry about Wasp? Did anybody worry about Cassie? I never worried about Scott. Like just none of this stuff happened. So whatever. However, this original ending might have been a little. Listen, they need to release this cut. If they still got it, if they recorded it, they need to release this. But y'all check this out. Oh, and by the way, not only this, y'all about to get me back in my old bag. Did you know that the ending was reshot last month? Did you know that? Yes, that's right. That's right. So last month, so this is back in January, whatever, or maybe December, they did some reshoots and they changed the entire ending of this movie. Hmm. Do y'all remember when I used to say, I don't know, maybe if somebody else has said this. Somebody used to say, I just remember hearing it, that Marvel can do whatever they want. Yeah, that y'all, this was also like in post production. Do y'all remember when people would come on this channel, come on to this, just come on to the internet and actually fight with folks talking about, but it's in post production. They can't do anything after post production. Stop asking Marvel to change things in post production. Do y'all remember how I told y'all that Marvel's had a history? Matter of fact, I didn't even tell y'all this. Taika Waititi told y'all this. James Gunn told y'all this. Directors that work for Marvel told y'all this. That Marvel don't stop working on stuff till the day it premieres. Till the day that the movie hits the screen, they are always changing things. Don't like this ending? Sure. Call up all the actors, shoot it again, wrap it up. But we're in post production. Don't care. Remember when I told y'all how, hey, whatever y'all want to do at Wakanda Forever, y'all could still change it. You had time. From the day the production stopped all the way to the time the movie came out, y'all had to, y'all always could have changed. Always. It was a choice not to. Remember that. People arguing with me about stuff. I know what I'm talking about most of the time. And if I don't know what I'm talking about, I'll tell y'all that. But if I know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you. Anyway, so with a month before this movie was done and put up on screen, they changed the ending. Let's take a look at what the ending could have been. Let's take a look. So, how was Quantumania supposed to end, and how is it different than what was played in theaters? All right. Yeah, Kang escapes. Scott and Hope are trapped. So instead of Kang the Conqueror's confusing fate, where he seemingly shrunk down into a multiversal engine core, Kang was supposed to survive. According to the plot leak, Kang stops Scott from escaping to his universe along with the rest of his family and beats him to a pulp, just as he does in the final film. Ooh, do y'all remember when Paul Rudd talked about how there was another cut of the film where Kang put that stomping on that boy so bad, y'all couldn't even tell what Scott's face looked like no more. Paul Rudd was beat to a pulp. Woo! Beat him to the white meat. Ooh! Pulled his muffin cap back blue. Ooh! It was done for Ant-Man. And they scrapped that. Mm-mm-mm. So, but when Hope returns to save Scott, they almost trap Kang in the quantum realm. However, he manages to escape, trapping them there instead. So, just like in the final cut, Hank, Janet, and Cassie escape back to San Francisco. But since Scott and Hope are trapped, Hank guarantees his wife and granddaughter that they will find them. This, of course, is drastically different from Hank and Janet attending Cassie's unbirthday party and eating bad birthday cake from Baskin Robbins. Now, back in the quantum realm, Hope and Scott look out over the subatomic landscape as Hope tells Scott that their family will be okay and they will have to trust them to find them both. She also says that Cassie will know what to do. Cassie, of course, now becomes some super genius. Sometime later, Cassie is shown running all kinds of programs on different computers. As she stares at the screen, she sees something chasing her, causing her eyes to go wide, and she gasps. Then, in true WandaVision fashion, the scene cuts to black. Oh, something else I got to read. Now, why would Marvel maybe save Ant-Man from the quantum realm? Well, here's one potential answer. One of the possibilities is to avoid repetition. Ant-Man and the Wasp post-credit scene ended with Scott Lang trapped in the quantum realm, as y'all saw up here, only for him to make a triumphant return in a future Avengers film to save the day. So in other words, they were kind of afraid of repeating themselves. They didn't want to do things that had already been done before. Excuse me. Can I remind the writer? No. Hold on. Where is it? Let me get it first because I don't want to talk out of place. I don't want to talk out of place. Y'all know I need receipts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Nope, not that one. Nope, not that one. Ah, there we go. I want the writer to weigh in on this because this is the writer's work. It's important, I think, to get into their head and their insights. And I want to comment on that. The writer says here, were there alternate versions? I'm sorry, this was the interviewer. Were there alternate versions of the ending? Were there variant versions where you killed any of the characters or people got stuck in the quantum realm? Certainly, this is Jeff Loveness. Certainly, you see what people are saying online, but on paper, and then in your heart, just as much as you can see that point about stranding Scott and Hope down there or whatever, at the end of the day, it is just repeating the same beat from the second movie. Sir. So you don't want to repeat things that have already been done. Have you seen Avengers Endgame? I have. I remember a certain scene in Avengers Endgame where, one man was going against an entire army and looked like he was about to get beat down and lose. And then all of a sudden, on your left, you did the same thing in Ant-Man 3. What are you talking about? When Scott was sitting here holding a big old building and he was getting shot down with all the rays and stuff. And then what happened? On your left, all the people came to his rescue. And then You talk about you don't want to repeat. You did it again. What happened? Y'all was sitting here fighting Kang, and Kang was about to whoop y'all butts. And then what happened? On your other left, here come the ants. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Repetition, and you literally copied Endgame and then copied it again. How you gonna copy off the homework and then copy the same answer for the wrong question? What are you talking about? In this case, maybe had you done, I don't know, just go ahead and repeat it, make it better. Because you know what you could have done? You know what you really could have done? You could have trapped them in the quantum realm or whatever, or, sorry to say it, kill him. Kill him. He's dead. Kill Ant-Man. It's only Kristen that's gonna miss him. I'm sorry, Kristen. I'm just saying, kill him. You know why? Because now your movie actually has stakes. Now your movie actually means something. You could have had this man who has spent most of his life losing time with his daughter. And you keep pulling on these heartstrings of, I just want to be a father. I just want to be there for my daughter. And his last heroic act was literally, Cassie, get out of here, saving his daughter and dying in the process. You actually could have had some real sense of urgency there. You could have actually had a serious, mature movie there. You could have left us on a cliffhanger the same way Infinity War did. You said you wanted an Avengers level threat, but he ain't do no Avengers level action. There were no Avengers level stakes. What was the Avengers level danger? Bro, you hopped in and out of the quantum realm. You did that too. Remember in the first Ant-Man movie? You went in there and then you came back. But now you're afraid because you don't want to repeat it, him getting stuck in there again? Kill him. Kill Ant-Man then. Kill him and Wasp. Y'all already didn't want her to have a story. Wasp only came in there just to yell at her mama. Mom, tell me what happened in the quantum realm. Mom, when you gonna tell me about the quantum realm? Mom, mama, mommy, ma. What happened, ma? That's all y'all had Hope do. You could have killed her off too. And the whole time you could have been like, yo, Cassie is mad. Cassie is like, yo, I'm the only one. I want revenge on Kang. I can warn the other Avengers or whoever that Kang is a problem. And I'm going to live up to the memory of my dad. You could have actually made Cassie have some motivation. Y'all cool with killing everybody else in the MCU. T'Challa, Ramonda. Y'all cool with killing other people just to motivate everybody else? Kill Scott. Kill him. Y'all can kill all these Black Panther characters, but y'all can't kill Scott and Wasp? Because y'all afraid of repeating stuff, even though you repeat the same stuff anyway? Stop it. Stop it. All I know is this original ending they should have stuck with that. Because I've told y'all before, the main thing that's been hurting Phase 4 is the tone. The tone of Phase 4 has been a problem. Y'all completely wasted Thor 4. It was a complete joke. There's no reason why you have a character that's dying of cancer, a man who's lost his religion, who wants to go kill gods, and we cracking jokes most of the movie. And y'all answer is screaming goats? What are y'all doing? What was y'all smoking? Marvel needs to grow up. And I don't say this because I'm a Paul Rudd hater or another Ant-Man hater. I know I crack jokes about Ant-Man, but I'm just saying, for the sake of storytelling, stop being afraid to take risks. Stop being afraid to like just do something that matters. Stop being afraid to do something that sticks with the characters and builds them up. Do you realize that, like I've said, we've been doing this since 2008? The kids, the young teenagers that, let's say, were 13 years old or whatever, that started watching the MCU back then, they grown now. They're adults now. They don't need no spoon-fed happy endings. You can tell them grown stories. Guess what? That same audience from 2008 that watched your first Iron Man movie, they can walk into rated R movies without a parent now. Grow up, Marvel. Grow up with the entire generation that has grown with your movies. And guess what? You can tell those elevated stories. And then in a couple, 20 years, whatever, then you can reboot. When them little kids that turned into adults now, when they have their own little kids, then you can reboot. We've been here long enough. Y'all got to quit being scared now. Whew. Anyway, what do you think about the original ending for Ant-Man and the Wasp? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Sorry, that got my, it gets a little frustrating when when someone can do better and they just don't. That's the frustration, because we've seen peak potential out of the studio, and for me, I'm like, something needs to change in y'all process. When you guys are screening these movies in front of the Marvel, Disney family and friends, y'all need to get another crew. Y'all need to get another set. Rotate them people or something, because whoever's letting these things slip out saying, yes, cool, that's a hit, they lying to y'all, or something's off and missing. Y'all need a better screening process. I don't know. Didier, what you got? Theory number 2. This movie is named Ant-Man and the Wasp, yet there's barely any Wasp in the movie, but actually, I think the Wasp mentioned in the title is Janet, not Hope. That, listen, no, you're right, and I know what you're talking about, but I ain't trying to make no excuses for this movie. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I've heard that too. And again, I understand how that makes sense, but I've seen the posters for this movie. Janet's not in the front. Janet is one of them side little people on the side. This ain't her movie. She does have good look, she got a better story than Hope does, but that's not what's promoted. You got big head Scott, another big head with Kang Gang, and then then you got Hope, and then you got everybody else just kind of little on the side. This ain't Janet's movie. She got more lines. This was just more of a disservice to Hope's character. That's what it was. But no, I'm not making excuses for them. I'm not gonna try and give them some theory to be witty, cool, and over. No shade. I don't think Marvel's that deep. I think we, as a public, come up with way better ideas, but like they're not that deep. Not I don't think they are. But I hear where you're coming from. I really do. Zia, what you got? To change the ending a month before release is very Tubi like. But they do this all the time. They do this all the time. It don't matter to them. They've been changing stuff since forever. Some people sometimes we just haven't heard about it, but they stay doing this kind of stuff. Thank you for that. J Mart, what you got? 616 Kang is on the loose. He's pulling the strings. Quantum Gang is not the prime Kang. Scott Lang was put in a time loop and the end by 616 Kang. You got proof? I need more proof. I need more evidence. And again, I don't know if Marvel is that deep. Um, I think if that were true, if it were true, I'm not saying it's not, but if it were true, I think that the clues would be more obvious. So, in other words, if you have to go at half quarter speed, or you got to look at a quick little frame and somebody got to zoom in and turn it upside down and increase the brightness and all that, if you got to go through that much work, it's probably not it. Not saying it isn't at all. I'm just saying it's not always that. Now, I will say that sometimes Marvel will sneak in just a little Easter egg here and there. Like, for example, in Moon Knight, there was on the back of one of the kids' shirts or jackets or whatever, the Rama Tut thing. Sure, cool, get that. But for bigger overall stories, I just don't know how deep Marvel gets with it. Here, let me give you a better example. And this is why I tell y'all, be careful. Be careful to which YouTubers, because I know where y'all got that from. A lot of y'all got this from certain YouTubes. Be careful where you get your theories from. Okay, be careful, because a lot of times these things gonna send y'all off because they gonna sound so sensational, so elaborate. Y'all gonna be real mad if and when they don't pan out. Let me give you a perfect example. Do y'all remember after Infinity War, the Soul Stone theories? Remember the time a lot of y'all, boy, that Soul Stone theory had y'all in a chokehold. Oh, y'all was sitting here like, oh, everybody's in the Soul Stone. Oh, everybody's over here and they doing this and this gonna happen and we gonna find Black Widow chilling in the Soul Stone and we gonna do this. They had y'all out here having fits with, oh, where's the Soul Stone at? Oh, where's this? What's going to happen? What, blah, 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 blah. And then when you get to Endgame, it's like, nah, they dead. Nah, they gone. Nah, that's it. I told y'all, sometimes it's not that deep. Y'all have to be careful with who you listening to with these theories, because a lot of times they come up with something. I'm not even gonna get into it because there was some oh my god, yeah, right. Have y'all not learned y'all lesson? Mephisto, WandaVision. How many times did I tell y'all that ain't the case? A lot of y'all was literally having fits that was not the real Quicksilver. People was really mad. I told you. I was like, y'all, that's a joke. Don't y'all, like, this is why I read how these people think, because I'm like, they're not as deep as y'all really want them to be because some other big YouTube channel told you it was so deep. That's not how that works. They make up these theories to have fun, to get clicks, and that's cool. I ain't knocking the hustle, but I'm just saying, like, Marvel's not that deep. I'm just saying. Now listen, I say that as somebody who does make theories, right? But most of the time when I go through my theories, most of the time, I ain't saying I'm always right, because I've swung and missed as well. But I've also learned to temper down the fantasy and the sensationalism. In other words, if it needs an elaborate answer, it's probably not true. If you're going to sit here and say something like, I'll just share this because I just thought it was not logical. Y'all remember in the beginning of Ant-Man 3 where Janet had to go against she had to go against those little creatures or whatever, right? So it was one creature, some little night creature, and then all of a sudden it split into two, right? So I had heard, I'm not gonna name no names, but I heard somebody basically say, oh, there was a probability storm right there, and that's why they were splitting up. And I was like, no, no, no. Because if you look at the quantum realm, one of the basis of the quantum realm that we kind of see is sometimes it looks like microbes. It looks like, cells and stuff like that. What do cells do? Mitosis, or whatever. Cell division. We've seen that happen. If it was a probability storm, wouldn't Janet have also split into two? Wouldn't Kang, who was sitting there, wouldn't he have split into two? So if that's not you know what I'm saying? Like before we go all the way over here, why don't we just pull it back and just be like, nah, let's just go with the simplest answer. Simple's usually, keep in mind, Marvel is not made for comic fans. It's just not. Marvel makes stuff for general audiences that ain't never picked up a comic book. That's who's making their money. That's who's coming to the theaters. They're not about to hit us with this hard hitting. First of all, y'all lucky you already got a multiverse. You lucky you already got that, because that's already way above and beyond most people's comprehension. Variants already giving people headaches, but all this other stuff, whew, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to rant on this. It just be getting me so annoyed, because I I don't mind other people having fun with theories. I just hate the fact that people allow it to send them off so hard that then they get their expectations up. And when those expectations are not met, then they have a bad experience. And one of the reasons why I even do shows like this with y'all is because I want to have a good experience. And I know y'all want to have a good experience. And I want us to share in having good experiences. So whether we're praising something, whether we're criticizing something, I want us to have a good time with it. And I know if y'all get disappointed or frustrated, ain't nobody having a good time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm sorry that I went on a whole detour with that. My bad. All right. Corduroy should have kept the original ending. Why even tell us? Listen, yeah, they should have. They should have. They should have. Now, to be fair, that was just a plot leak. Not sure if that was verified or not, but if that was true, whoo, they missed the ball with that. They dropped that. 60 plus. What you got? I listened to your old Loki reviews and saw that you coined the term Kang Gang over a year ago. I've been saying this. Thank you. Thank you. I've been saying that. Thank you. Thank you. Like, I knew I was saying this before it was cool. I was saying this before. Come on, man. Like before. Thank you. Thank you. I don't want nobody acting like, oh, you just hopping on the bandwagon. No, because I knew the second they cast Jonathan Majors, that means we was gonna get multiple Kangs, and it was gonna be a gang of Kangs, aka Kang Gang. Because this is gonna be something we're gonna be doing for the next couple years now. Okay, you thought Kang Gang was just for this movie? Kang Gang is for the dynasty now. Okay, we here for the long run. Shoot. What y'all think I was doing this for nothing? Thank you, Cynthia. I appreciate you. Nelson, what you got? Someone need to be fired for changing the original ending. Listen, I don't understand how people just let this stuff go through. I don't get it. I don't get it. All right, let's move on. Ooh, I think I can beat that 30 minutes. I think I can. All right, so we got the original ending. Yes, we got that down. Okay, real quick. So the writer did give us a little tease for Avengers 5. I'm gonna save that for the theory. Ooh, yeah, that's good. Okay, so we just talked about how basically he was talking about he didn't want to repeat himself and blah blah blah, all this nonsense. But here's something else he did talk about though. He said at a certain point, it feels expected to kill someone in the third movie, and I actually felt the joy of this movie was having a bit of a joyful adventure. But certainly, it's up in the air. But I think for these bloodthirsty fans, there's a little movie called Avengers Kang Dynasty. I think he'll bring the heat. All right. All right. So he's given just a little tease. He's given a little tease that apparently we might actually get some real deaths in Kang Dynasty. Now, I've said this also. The moment you introduce the multiverse, the moment you introduce variants, everything is on the table. Nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. You've seen What If. Y'all see how many times they killed T'Challa again. Y'all see how many times they killed Tony Stark. They kill everybody in that. They don't care. Why? Place them with a variant. So do not be surprised if they sit here and they just kill people, because, oh well, we going to Secret Wars anyway. We're going to go get a whole new roster anyway. So first of all, I'm looking at Hawkeye, he gotta go. Love Jeremy Renner, love him. Don Cheadle, love him as well. Love the brother. He gonna go. And I'm just looking more so at the people who probably just are not going to keep doing these roles. Like, those people are just gonna go. And you're gonna make room for younger talent. And yeah, so I could see Jeremy Renner going. I could see Armored Wars. I could see him, Don Cheadle going. I mean, Don Cheadle, how old is he? Like, I think he's like 58. Like, damn, like, man's old, like, in a good way. My man's fantastic, but he ain't gonna be doing this for like the next 50 years, so it is what it is. Anywho, how do you feel about, maybe kind of sort of, Avengers 5 might satisfy you bloodthirsty fans? Let me know. What do you think? All right. I had to save this for last, and I think that's gonna keep me under the 3-hour mark, because I know the replay gang just waiting to make fun of boy. What do we have? Okay. I've gone through the thought processes with everything in this movie. I've gone through, and this is why I wanted to make sure y'all understand where I'm coming from. This is not just my opinion. This is not, it is, but it's also coming from an informed place. We're looking at how these writers, producers, directors come to these ideas. And when we hear what's in their mind, that's where I think we have a better place to criticize or to praise them, right? I said this. This by far was probably the most glaringly bad mistake that they have ever done in Ant-Man 3. And it made no sense. It was literally the first question people had before going in, and it was the first question people had after coming out. And to this day, I don't think they'll ever be able to live this down. Because one of the worst, dumbest, ill-advised moves for them to do in Ant-Man is not have Luis in the movie. It made no sense. There was no sense, rhyme, or reason not to have Michael Pena back in this movie at all. But let's hear what they had to say. Because when you see something so glaring, when you see something so egregious, you try, I don't know if it was, I try to give people the benefit of the doubt. I try to sit here and think like, man, y'all had some good reason. Something happened. Maybe it was a contract dispute. Maybe, God forbid, it was like an accident. He wasn't available. Maybe it was a scheduling thing. Maybe it was something. Aliens done abducted Michael Pena. Something happened that prevented this from happening. It had to be, right? So this is what they had to say. Director Peyton Reed said that there were no versions of this movie with Luis. No versions. There are a lot of characters in the movie. We obviously have our Lang, Van Dyne, and Pym family, but then we also introduced Kang, MODOK, and all of our freedom fighter characters. So we had to make decisions early on about what stories we could tell and what stories we couldn't tell. We wanted to bring the family into the quantum realm pretty early in the movie. It just didn't make sense to include Lewis and Company. Sir, here's my issue. You start the movie with narration. Scott is narrating. Could have been Luis. You end the movie with narration. Could have been Luis. You totally could add a third post-credit scene. Could have thrown Luis in there. What does he recap? Who cares? Does anyone really care what he's saying? No, we just like the fact that he's there and his storytelling is funny. You brought back David, I forgot his name, but he was basically the Russian guy in the other Ant-Man movies. You brought him back as the goo guy. He was the goo guy. I have holes. Y'all spent time and energy making sure his voice came in to play that. You're dealing with the multiverse. You mean to tell me that you couldn't find a freedom fighter, an alien, and have that alien do Michael Pena's voice, be Michael Pena's voice, and just recap stuff? You don't think that that would have been maybe a sophisticated joke that us, the audience, would have caught on? Obviously, we would have known that's another character. You would have kept the same theme going. You don't think that y'all could have just thrown that in there? But no, y'all want to have dick jokes with MODOK. But no, we got to have jokes about holes with the goo guy. The problem I have with this is it's one thing if you sit here and tell me, you know what, we considered it, but we just didn't. We didn't like it. But you're telling me that you couldn't find anything that made sense? When did this movie make sense? When did Ant-Man Quantumania make any sense? When did anything in this movie even become necessary? Y'all sat here and gave MODOK more lines than he needed. Y'all sat here and gave these random aliens stupid lines. You could have cut Bill Murray completely out. And that's not a diss, because shout out to Bill Murray as a legendary actor, but we didn't need that. Quasar, wasted. What did you even introduce him for? For what? You got William Jackson Harper coming in. Everybody sitting there thinking like, oh man, Quasar, the telepath and all this stuff. For what? To read a couple minds and walk away? Go back to the good place? Like, y'all brought in all these characters that had zero real impact, but you couldn't find something that was a beloved staple in the franchise in Michael Pena's Luis? If we are not paid to go write and shoot Marvel movies, right? You're not a producer. I'm not a director. We're not the writers. That's not our job. But if the average Joe Schmo can come up with a couple ideas, I just listed off 4-5 ideas. If we can come up with these things and y'all can't, that's a problem. That's a real problem. And I'm sorry, that's just not okay. That's literally the one thing you could have brought back. And everybody would have been cool with it. Might have even gave you a little extra bump in the ratings and stuff. But nothing made sense. Change your writers. Change your writers. There should be a certain amount of things that you like, nope, with this franchise, we're going to keep this thing going because that's the way it works. It's funny. It's good. It's what it is. Anyway, how do you feel about the director's comments about not including Luis or finding a way to include Luis in the Ant-Man 3 movie? Do you think he was needed? maybe he wasn't. What other ways would you have included Michael Pena's character? Post-credit scene, make him an alien, just literally throw him into the movie. Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. All right. I am done with my stuff. Do I have any comments? I don't know if I let me scroll up. Give me a second. Nope. I think we're all good. Ooh, look at that. Under 3 hours. I failed that so bad. I think all them rants that made me go a little too far. I gotta make a mental note next time. Stop ranting. But nah, I'm good. I'm good. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you all so much for taking the time to hang out with me tonight. The wife is already knocked out, so missed that window. But yeah, I got a theory I gotta work on. I gotta work on this for y'all. And I gotta get this done. I'm gonna work on that. Dang, no, I gotta work on my Creed review, and then I gotta work on the theory. Or maybe I'll do the theory first. I don't know. Y'all tell me. I don't know. Creed don't come out for like another 2 weeks, so I don't think it's gonna make a big difference. Anywho, thank you so much. I apologize. Last week I did not have time. I was dealing with a situation, so I was not able to do the Last of Us recap. We're just gonna combine it. From the way that last episode ended, it looks like the next one's gonna be a filler anyway. So we're gonna just combine it and just talk about both episodes and catch up that way. But yeah, so we'll do that. And that will happen Monday night. And I think that's gonna be good. I think that's gonna cover it. So oh yeah, I want the theory first. I can do the theory first. I'll give y'all time to watch Creed anyway. So yeah, if y'all want the theory first, I'll work on that and put that on a higher priority. I'm excited to get it out anyway, just because I want it out there before anybody realizes the thing that everybody missed in the movie. But I can't wait to share that with you guys too. Oh, hold on. Tati. Hey, Tati. Good to see you. Hi, man. Luis is the best. Marvel went stupid. Apparently, I can't call it. I can't call it. I don't get it. I don't know. But anyway. All right, I'm done. Thank y'all. Have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy yourselves. Be safe. You already know the routine. Wash your hands, wash your butts. And I will see y'all Monday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. Talk about Last of Us. All right, y'all. Peace.